dialed is not in service at this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Hello there, South Africalings. Another beautiful day in Africa. Hey guys, outside in the great outdoors. What a place to live in. Hey, you can't complain. Hey, you know, we often like to complain about our environment, but sure, it could be in far worse. Hey, right now you could be in the UK under severe lockdown in winter. Ouch. Hey, won't be lekker, that's for sure. This is the Wayne G Show, and this is Real Talk Radio, where the talk is always real. Yes guys, another day, another dime, as they say. Today I'm going to talk a bit about the holiday season, the festive season, the season to be jolly. But this is the 2020 season, hey, the season to see out the season. The corona season is coming to a head, we hope. But yeah, that being said, there are certain areas that are experiencing a resurgence in COVID-19 cases. That includes the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape. So yeah, we have to try and make sense of that and understand why it's happening. I've got a feeling I know why it's happening. You know, often what happens in that part of the world is a lot of close proximity partying and boozing, and it's both party central places. The Eastern Cape is known for its relaxed vibes, and the Western Cape, Cape Town, is known for its party vibe. So yeah, people are just getting down and getting groovy, but with that kind of behavior, with that closeness, with that COVID-19 spreads. That's what it needs, guys. COVID needs humans close together in order for it to spread. That's why in places like Europe at the moment experiencing their winter season, the COVID-19 cases increased. Same in America. You know, people are unfortunately having to hide away from the cold weather, and they do that indoors. So everybody's on top of each other and close to one another, and that's a perfect breeding ground for COVID-19. Now, I'm not going to get into too much about how dangerous COVID-19 is, or the damage it does to people, or how many people it's killed versus how many people have recovered, because to the government and to the people making the rules and the laws, that doesn't seem to matter. What matters are the case numbers. They look at case numbers, guys, across the world. Case numbers is what the government uses to decide how they're going to treat the people. And yeah, we were fortunate enough in South Africa a couple of months ago to be placed on level 1 lockdown, which is pretty much one level away from zero. So life was returning back to pretty much normal. You know, yes, there was still a midnight curfew, but yeah, you could pretty much go and buy your alcohol whenever you wanted, your cigarettes, and life was definitely starting to feel slightly more normal again. Besides the mask wearing all over the place, you know, people covering up their faces, which I don't think I'll ever get used to. It's just something that I can't get used to. It's you know, when you can only see somebody's eyes, it's a vast difference to how things used to be. And yeah, we're creatures of habits, and you know, we developed along the lines of seeing facial expressions and how we relay emotion. So yeah, that's a tough one, but you know, being in that environment and being under COVID restrictions, it puts us in a unique situation that we haven't been in before, you know, and we've got to try and understand and make sense of where we are and what we're going through. And yeah, this festive season, I see in the media this morning that Cyril Ramaphosa met with his command council, and they are going to be introducing some restrictions again to the hotspots. The hotspots at the moment is the Eastern Cape, the Garden Route of the Western Cape, and the Western Cape Metro and surrounding areas, winelands, etc. The numbers are going up at about 100% a week. So yeah, it's big numbers, and that's, again, like I said, that's what they look at to decide how to instigate regulations. And yeah, they're going to be putting some regulations. I read that they're going to be introducing a curfew again of 10 p.m. Another thing I read about was a 9 p.m. closure of all clubs and pubs and restaurants and entertainment facilities, as well as restrictions on purchasing of alcohol, and a few more movement restrictions again, where you can't be on the streets after 10 p.m. And I'm not sure what else they're going to introduce, but that was just the highlights that they mentioned in the media, according to reliable sources, as they quoted. So and it's pretty unfortunate, because a lot of people want to go down to the Western Cape now and to the Eastern Cape from Johannesburg and surrounding areas, and go and have their end of year holiday. And guys have booked holidays and spent a lot of money to get away after this horrendous year. I think everybody needs a massive break from the stresses of this year, and I think that's why everybody's heading down to Cape Town and heading down to PE and East London and the Garden Route and all those places along there. But unfortunately, that's where Corona is spreading, and guess what happens? We all go down there and we bring it back to the metro epicenter of South Africa, Gauteng. And that's where, as saw in the last spike, we surged extremely high. So it looks like if the holidays do carry on and there's no further restrictions on interprovincial movement, we should be getting quite a big Corona or COVID-19 spike in Johannesburg in around January, when everybody returns back from their holidays. Wow. Hey, those hardy-dars, they don't care about what you're talking about at all. Hey, they are loud and brash and want to be heard. Now that they've gone, we can carry on with the show. Guys. So if you use your common sense and logic and try at least to when you're on holiday, just practice some social distancing. Keep it simple. Wear that mask, social distance, sanitize your hands. All those things have been proven by science, science, to stop the spread, or not stop the spread, let's say mitigate the spread. And we can argue along political lines or things like that, but let's rather just look at the science of it all and use those preventative measures to try and not spread COVID-19. I'm also one of those people that have my doubts about it and about the deadliness of it. And as I've said before in previous podcasts, I see it as just another flu. It really is. It is not more serious than that, and that's how I see it, and I may be wrong, but it's not how I see it or how you see it or how anybody else sees it. It is how the government sees it. And however they see it, we may not understand it, but they're the ones who make the laws. So and the higher the numbers, the higher the spikes, the more restrictions we'll get. So I think it's up to everybody, as Mr. Putin did in Russia, which I really agree with. If you're sick, stay home. And that makes so much sense. Each man for himself. I wish we'd adopt more of those kind of policies across the world, instead of these harsh lockdowns and huge restrictions that I believe do not work. We should rather have people being responsible for each other and for themselves, and staying at home if you're sick. Self-isolate, and the virus can't go anyway. Anyway, guys, that's some real talk for today. This is the Wayne G Show, and this is Real Talk Radio, where the talk is always real. Peace and love.